What's up, people? It's Niche Girl 30 here, and excuse my raspy voice. Unfortunately I have a bit of a headache because of my allergies. But anyway, the discussion of the day is the evolution of character roles. Now, I'm a big fan of a lot of literary characters, the type of literary characters there are. As you can hear in my reviews, pretty much is what I go by. A lot of literature and a lot of characters that evolve in literature. Now, when it comes to the WWE, you've had, from the Attitude Era, you've had not only the baby face, you've had the heel, and you've had the anti-hero. And you probably had several other characters in between, like the gimmicks and all this other, the fun gimmicky characters and all that other stuff. But there are three characters that in mind that I honestly think that are still around, but one is going extinct, and I really do miss it. And also there are some that actually have changed. Actually, two character roles have changed since the golden era. Excuse me. I'm gonna go into the first one. The first one I'm gonna talk about is the face, the baby face. The whole idea of the baby face has really changed over the last 20 years. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I am a child of the golden era. I was around when Hulk Hogan was wrestling. I was around during the big mess between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. I was around when pretty much Hulk Hogan put everything on the map, when he put the WWF on the map. And he had all kinds of roles, all kinds of movies, vitamins, and his pledge to brush your teeth, say your prayers, take your vitamins, all that other stuff. That is what a role of a baby face really is in my eyes. And it should have stayed that way instead of evolving to whatever it wanted to be. What I mean by that is, like, for a baby face during that time is a baby face that had truth, justice, and the American way stamped across their forehead. They could not deviate that role. They could not go outside of that box. That is who they were. That is what they defined in and outside the ring. That's where it should have stayed. With Hulk Hogan, you would not ever imagine him ever in life to do anything bad unless he went heel, straight up. And when you're a babyface, you do pretty much everything in your power to make sure that other person gets put over, make sure that other person gets props, to make sure that other person gets where they need as much as you get what you need. And they pretty much are there to edify other people. That is what a purpose of a babyface was. And just like John Cena's been a babyface for many years. And I know a lot of people, you groan about his character, but he stayed true to what a babyface is, and that's why I respect him. He never went far beyond outside of the box when it came to him being a babyface. He stayed who he was, and he stayed that role, and he stayed that character. That is why I have a lot of respect for him, and a lot of respect for what the WWE kind of did to his character. Sure, yes, it's stagnant, it's boring, it doesn't evolve. I understand that. But he stays true to the definition of what a babyface is, and that is why I respect him. Now I'm moving on from there to what Hulk Hogan ended up becoming the next probably good 10 years later. He actually became this character, and I'm talking about the heel. The heel, there was no go betweens between being a heel. You weren't nice being a heel. Like, seriously, you went far beyond the Call of Duty to make sure that your enemy will suffer. Not only suffer, but just make sure that your enemy does not excel. That you literally would keep that person where they are, and you go far beyond there as a heel. Plus, heels back in the day, heels 20 years ago, you would hate that heel so much that it would actually put the baby faces over. Hence, the purpose of a heel is to put the baby faces over, but they did it in a good way. They did it in a very dramatic, they did it in a very creative way, and that's when you love and appreciate the heel, even though you would love to hate them. Can I really say that about these days? No! Look what they have done to my monster Kane. Kane came from the Attitude Era where he was the most scary, the most terrifying force besides the Undertaker. He was up there with straight up demonic. Like, you was scared even at his presence. He put chills down your spine. And look what they're doing to him now. I mean, they're making him act like a 4-year-old every single day every week on Raw. And then you got him doing this stupid Harry Met Sally scene with Daniel Bryan. what are they doing to him? I mean, they're making his character, they're downgrading his character, and they're not making him a true heel. Sure, they're trying to turn him babyface, but when it comes to a character like that, no, it won't work. It will not work. He needed to stay a heel because he actually built a foundation of being a heel. And when you build a foundation of being one character so well, it will be impossible for casual fans. Sure, you can do anything with a casual fan, but with a true diehard fan like me, it will be hard to take that character seriously. Honestly, it would be really hard to take that character seriously if he's built a foundation of being a heel for so long. Like The Undertaker. Did you take The Undertaker seriously when he was an American Badass? No. Would you take The Undertaker seriously if he went face? No. The Undertaker built a foundation of being a heel for a long, long time. For many years, he has built that foundation of being a heel. Are they trying to turn him face now? No, because The Undertaker really makes money in being a heel. Did Kane draw money during that time during the Attitude Era? In my opinion, yes. For the whole Lita and the whole Edge storyline was really entertaining and really kept people in their seats. But now, I mean, they're doing whatever they can. Like, literally, if you want to evolve a character and you send it to the creative team, that's where characters go to die. And that's just my opinion. I know I'm going off on a rant here, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stick to the subject here. Now, going on to the third character that I wish that they bring back, but somehow they 86 after the Summer of Punk, and I am talking about the Anti-Hero. The Anti-Hero is someone that straddles that line. They're not go-betweens because they already have the idea of what they want to do in their mind. They already have their own path, their own walk, their own talk, their own everything. And whether you follow them or not, they did not care. They did whatever they wanted to do and when they wanted to do and how they wanted to do it. That is why Stone Cold Steve Austin became completely popular and completely the face of the Attitude Era because he had that attitude. He was the face of what anti-heroes were. And I want that character to come back. Seriously. Because CM Punk could be the best anti-hero for the PG era out there. He's the only one. Because let's face it, Stone Cold can't come back after all of his injuries. He won't come back after all of his injuries. And if he does, I'll be surprised. But he's not wrestling anymore. So CM Punk will be the best replacement for the anti-hero character. And for the Summer of Punk, that is what made him popular because of the fact that he wanted to allow change, but he wanted to allow change his way. His way, only way, no how, period. That's how it started off. But the way that they did it, and the way that they made him try to reverse him to become an anti-hero to a full-fledged heel, is something I just don't like. Because he seems like he's a lot better on the mic when he is an anti-hero. When he is not bound by any stigma. When he is not bound by any traits or by anything that they try to hold him back with. He is better at that for being that character. And I wish they bring that character back. But I'm going to be real. If the creative team constantly keeps trying to evolve all these characters like they've done with Randy Orton, trying to make him a freaking face, we all know that he's a heel, and trying to make Sheamus as a face, we all know that he's better as a heel. I mean, seriously. If they keep trying to evolve all these characters and try to revolutionize stuff and try to change things, change the order of how things were 20 years ago, then I don't know what's going to happen to all these characters. They're going to completely die out. They're going to be completely dumb and watered down, and no one's going to take them seriously, and people are going to literally start turning off their tubes. That's how I see it. They're going to start turning off their TVs and stop watching it because they're not making these characters, they're not giving these characters enough freedom. They're not giving the heels enough freedom to be a heel. They're giving too much freedom to the face to not allow the face to be a true face. It's like the polar opposite. And I think that's what's messing it up. And the fact that they're not bringing in the anti-hero is not bringing in any more, is not giving the whole WWE any more flavor. Because Stone Cold Steve Austin brought flavor for him being an anti-hero, and so did the Summer of Punk. And the fact you take that out, it's going to make it bland, it's going to make it useless and pointless to watch. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that I'm just spouting out a bunch of hot air? Or do you think I may have a point to what I'm saying? Leave your comments in the comment section below or send me a video response. I am curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. It's Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later. Support Susan G. Komen.